Welcome back, everybody. One of the major issues plaguing families across America these days is divorce. A majority of couples are still heading to divorce court. Well, author and family therapist Dr. Deb Castaldo is here with tips from her new book. It's called Relationship Reboot, Tech Support for Love. Have a copy of it. Boom, right there. Thank you, Dr. Deb, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You make it a point to say that holidays are particularly stressful for couples. Why is this time of year rough for a lot of folks?
Even though it's the season of being jolly and joy, a lot of couples are really considering breaking up at this time of year. The busiest days for divorce attorneys are January 2nd through February 15th. So I think people are reviewing and not feeling so happy, even though they're supposed to be.
Is that just because the holidays is such a stressful time and there's family pressures and obligations? Like, it seems like it should be, like you said, a joyous time of year. So what about the holidays brings out kind of the angst and the not so good stuff?
I think it's a time of review. And when couples have been letting their relationship go viral, as I say, letting viruses fester, sometimes for 20 and 30 years, and now we throw in the love affair with technology, which is in many cases destroying a lot of couples' real intimacy. And you have a recipe for this time of year to be extremely stressful, and many people running off to hit delete and go running off to divorce court, unfortunately.
And what I love about your book is you put everything in technical terms, which is great for this computer, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram age that we live in. So talk more about what are kinds of viruses that people are dealing with in a relationship.
Well, I'll tell you my top three. One I call angry bird flu, which is letting anger get out of control, defensiveness, attacking, and retaliating. And these have been around for a long time. These are not new. The other extreme of that is what I call powering down disease, cutting off communication, isolating, withdrawing, and refusing to solve issues together. And then you throw in what I call a selfie infection, which is people have the lens focused on themselves nowadays and really not tuning into their partner anymore and thinking about what they can give to that partner.
As an only child, that sounds familiar to me, but we'll move on. So what are some main tips to kind of get through some of those viruses? What are some simple steps they can take?
Okay. Well, I say first, diagnose and quickly treat the viruses. Get those off the table. Number two, boot up your search engine for solutions. The couple has to begin to search for solutions by cutting out problem talk and pasting in as much of the good stuff as they possibly can. Most couples really are experts. They just don't know it. And two more, use what I call the killer app for conflict, control anger, come up with some new alternatives, and delete the destructive stuff. And probably the most important one is what I call the 3 love bite remedy, which is 3 important words and not what you may think. It really is, yes, I will. And I'll add a 4th word to that. Yes, I will give. Think about what can you give your partner. Get that lens off yourself, flip it around, and tune into your partner.
Very cool. The spirit of giving in more ways than one, shall we say.
Absolutely.
Dr. Deb, great advice. Thank you so much. Again, here's the book, Relationship Reboot. You see it there on your screen. Tech Support for Love. You can find more information at 7 online. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Good advice. Keep all your relationships strong this holiday season, everybody. We'll be right back with more.